History. What's something most of us learned in school? We have names, dates, events, even timelines. History always felt safe, somewhat controlled, and finished. Like, if everything important was already written down and nothing was left out. But that idea starts to feel very wrong the more you sit with it. Because history doesn't feel complete. It feels very broken, like almost as if something is missing. And no one remembers what it was. And the worst part about all of this is, we don't even notice the gaps. We only see what survived.
Truth. A journey of questioning,
Welcome
a journey of awakening.
to the ignorant
This
journey.
is the ignorant journey. Stand up, open your eyes, and walk this path. You are not alone. We walk it together.
Some things in history still stand, but they don't feel fully human anymore. Take the pyramids of Egypt for an example. Built over 4,000 years ago, made from millions of precisely placed stone blocks, and they still stand with a level of scale and accuracy that is difficult to fully comprehend. We know they were built by human labor. We have evidence of workers, tools, even planning. But what we don't have is a complete step-by-step record of how everything was done from start to finish. Parts of the process are still debated, not because nothing is known, but because not everything survived. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu tells a similar story. Way high in the Andes is stone walls that are cut so precisely that they fit together without mortar, holding strong enough for centuries, even during earthquakes. We understand the people who built it. We even understand its general purpose. But the exact construction methods were never fully recorded. Or at least in those ruins didn't survive to this day. At Baalbek, there are stones so massive they push the limits of what we can expect from ancient construction. They were somehow quarried, moved, and placed. Again, we know it happened by humans, but the full explanation is incomplete. What we're left with is the results that survived, not the instructions. Some maps feel incredibly wrong. Some maps survive from the past. They're not fake maps, just incomplete. The Piri-Reis map, created in 1513, it shows coastlines from older maps that no longer exist. It shows lands that we have yet to rediscover. And we don't have these original sources anymore. So what we see is just a copy of something lost. And we don't know how much is actually missing. It's a fragment of something that came after it. And then there's the Library of Alexandria, one of the largest centers of knowledge in the ancient world. When it was destroyed, countless texts were lost, not damaged, not partially preserved, completely wiped. We know that we don't know what was fully in there. We don't exactly know what was inside. We don't know what ideas disappeared with it. And it creates a gap that we can't measure. History is not just what we know, it's what we've lost without a trace. Entire civilizations once existed. Complex, organized society with systems, cultures, knowledge, and then, over time, they faded instantly. The Maya built cities, tracked time with detailed calendars, and studied astronomy with surprising accuracy. But many of their cities were eventually abandoned. We understood some of their reasons, like drought, environmental stress, migration, but not every detail was clear. The Indus Valley civilization brought large, carefully planned cities with advanced drainage system, but their writing system still has not been fully decoded, meaning part of the world remains silent to us. Their thoughts, their records, their perspective still locked away. These civilizations didn't just disappear. Parts of them became unreadable. Even before printing existed, every piece of written history had to be copied by hand. And every time something was copied, small changes were introduced. A word could be missed, a sentence could shift, a meaning can slowly drift. Over time, those small changes add up. The version of history we read today is not always the original version. It's the version that survived copying errors and time. The originals may be gone entirely, replaced by something close, but never exact. History doesn't just disappear, it can slowly transform. What makes this even more unsettling is that history is still being uncovered today. In recent years, researchers using LiDAR scanning have revealed entire cities hidden beneath dense jungle, including a Maya city known as Ballerina. These weren't small ruins, they were complete urban environments with roads, buildings, and infrastructure. Invisible for centuries, lost to time. In Egypt, sealed tombs have been discovered with coffins and artifacts still inside, untouched for thousands of years. Not looted, not destroyed, simply hidden from time. In Peru, ancient sites, like the Gran Pajitan, are still being revealed as vegetation is cleared. Entire structures exist in plain sight, yet remain unseen. Even underwater, Roman villas and settlements have been found preserved beneath the sea, frozen in a different kind of time. These places are not new. They were always there. We just didn't know. Across ancient cultures, several stories appears again and again. One of them is known as the Great Flood myth. It shows up in Mesopotamian texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh. It appears in early Hebrew writings. Variations of it exist in different regions across different time periods. The ideas are not identical, but the pattern is consistent. A large-scale flood, destruction, and survival. Historians don't treat these stories as identical events. Instead, they study how and where these narratives appear. Some traditions place the flood at the center of their early history. Others treat it as a symbolic, and some don't even include the flood at all. but the repetition is still there. And the reason behind that repetition is not fully known or understood, even to this day. History is not permanent. During your journey, you will realize that it's not complete, nor is it fully known. It's only what has survived, what's not been destroyed, and what's not forgotten. Everything else is gone. And the most unsettling part about this is we don't even know what we're missing. We can't measure it. We can't even reconstruct it fully. We can only work with what remains. So what we call history isn't even the full story. It's only what's left. Thank you and have a blessed day, everybody.
Truth, a journey of questioning, a journey of awakening. This is the ignorant journey. Stand up, open your eyes, and walk this path. You are not alone. We walk it together.